start talking back and things like that. Then slowly and slowly the conditions come. But here is a pet, unconditional love. Because it's expected, because it doesn't have complexes. Human beings have complexes.
Because of our feeling of inadequacy.
Yeah. And because of our self-consciousness, basically.
Right.
Become self-conscious being. So I compare, and then I conclude, I am such and such. So lots of complexes are there. These are inhibiting factors. That inhibit my freedom. Now those animals don't have them. They don't have any complexes. No inferiority, no superiority, no better, no success, no failure, no hurt, no guilt.
Yes.
Because even their ego is not there. So hurt means it may feel hurt for a while and then forget. It may feel guilty also for a while and then forget.
It forgets very quickly.
Whereas we hold on to hurt and accumulate all these complexes.
We accumulate them.
These complexes are inhibit us from being free to love, free to give. Something within me, that greed will say, hey, no, don't give. My jealousy will say, hey, don't do that. So they don't have jealousy. They don't have greed. So, meaning that they have not yet grown, evolved to a point to have these things.
Now how do we devolve from it?
So we have to devolve. Now what? So this is the price you pay for evolution. Because evolution gets self-consciousness. So all of this comes with it. So now we take the advantage of self-consciousness and work on these things.
See, Swami Vivekananda used to say you need to devolve, not evolve.
Devolve in terms of this that we have inherited. Now we have inherited this passion and anger and greed. That is where what has to be given up.
Yes. Oh, so he was from that on. In that model that you gave yesterday about the the limited object of the object world, the self and the non-self. That was a very good model, but I had one issue with it. Even the object world is Ishvara too.
It is Ishvara too, but not at the superficial level. The content is Ishvara.
The content is Ishvara.
The content is limitless.
Yes.
Limitless, manifesting through limited forms.
Okay.
So it is Ishvara. As long as you look at it as Ishvara, there is no problem. But we just look at the name and form.
That's the mistake we make.
Exactly.
Yes.
We relate only to that point.
Okay. Yes.
Like you don't look at the ornament as gold, look at it as bangle. So that's when all the differences become important.
It's such a beautiful model that
And
Krishna
Swami,
came
on
up
the
with.
same,
It's so simple. I mean,
Very simple.
how could he? I mean,
Exactly.
it's such a brilliant.
The
I mean, we talk about Einstein theory. It's silly. This is so brilliant. Such a brilliant model.
like Swamiji was explaining yesterday, right?
Oh,
Raji came home, he says, that was amazing. Actually, people were talking about it afterwards. I was talking to some young Vedantas, and he was just loving it because you made it all so simple, yet so meaningful. Profound. Which is very, but going back to, because I'm trying to work on this, Swamiji.
So when are you going to have breakfast? We're
Yes,
waiting
tell
for
me.
them?
Let's
An issue when you are self-consciousness.
Yes.
All creatures are very ignorant. It's not an issue for them
No.
because their self-consciousness is not there. So complexes are not there. And so all the suffering that comes from complexes is not there. And so being superior, being inferior, being guilty, this is not there. That way they are free. So in Sanskrit what they call vimukta, they are ever free from complexes. So they don't have any doership, no kartrutva, no bhoktrutva. That I'm doing this. That is not there. They are all guided, they are programmed. So they just act as their instinct says. There is no deliberation. There is no deliberate action on their part. We have premeditated actions, deliberate actions. So, no, this can be a great asset, it can be a great liability. So that's where Viveka, Vedanta comes. All the things that, now the gifts that we have, they themselves have become a problem to us on account of not properly using them.
Right.
So how to properly use them so then they become your gift assets.
And a lot of the other triggering points that created all these complexes, we're also reducing them. You know, the desires, the fears. We're not fearful of anything anymore.
Yes.
We don't desire so much,
Mm-hmm.
right? So all those triggers that created those complexes, or vasanas, whatever, you know, and those are also depleting also. So now it's easier for us to even understand the scriptures,
Yes.
even better. So.
Right.
So it's really more of a growth issue as we get older. We have less demands.
If as you get older, if you live intelligently, not otherwise.
That's true.
An older person is not necessarily more mature person, unless he live in a mature way, otherwise not. So Shankaracharya describes an old man tottering on his staff, bent down, but weighed down by the burden of desires. So that means he is not grown. It's grown in age, but not grown in maturity. So maturity doesn't come on its own. It has to be deliberately.
And you have to be you got to observe everything. All the actions have to be observed.
Yes.
Or else they can take you down a path that you don't know.
Yes. Yes, you have to be.
You have to be so alert, you know.
You have to be alert. Yes.
And that's the beauty about what human has, the ability to discriminate, the free will.
That self-consciousness now can become an asset.
Yeah.
That it makes you alert.
Right.
That you become alert about your thoughts, alert about the intentions, alert about everything,
Yeah.
and use that to grow